Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us on our show the team of The State versus Nanavati, and we have the gorgeous Cobra Seth, the beautiful Ellie Evram, the wonderful Sumit Vyas, and the very friendly, wonderful, and he's coming up with a lot of movies and series, Mr. Angad Vedi. To start with you, so this incident that happened in 1959, it's been something that has already been shown in the movie. So when this script was approached to all of you, how did you think that you can do this thing differently from what was already shown in Rustom?
So to begin with,
Yeah.
the comparisons between
Yeah.
Rustom and
Yeah.
State versus Nanavati is by itself an eye-opener to say that they are two different projects.
Yeah.
Let's begin from
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Because Rustom is an adaptation
Adaptation,
of the
right.
story.
Absolutely.
State versus Nanavati is the story.
Real story.
Yeah. So that itself, I think, to begin with me, and I'm sure for the rest of the co-actors on the show, I think that itself presented itself as a challenge.
Yeah.
Because we were not playing characters based upon the story. We were the characters. We were going through the grief of what happened through the story. So that itself was super exciting. But the writing was magical. It was the layers that went into solving and understanding the magic, the theatrics, the pain, the grief behind the show as a unit.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm extremely grateful to Ekta and Shashank sir and Subhash Kapoor and Samar, everyone for believing in me after watching my audition and giving me this opportunity, because it's the first time actually I've really got such a meaty role, but there is so much of performance to give. And yes, I was actually crying when I was reading the script when I got it, because I was so excited. It's such a beautiful character. I mean, to play Mrs. Sylvia Nanavati has been a beautiful journey. It has been very emotional. I was being very away from social media and from the world, I would say. Really reading about ladies of that era, body language, how you talk, and also whatever information I could get about Sylvia.
Sumit sir, just tell us a bit about your role and how you prepared, and when the script came to you, what was the most appealing thing that you thought that you would want to do this thing, this is something I have to do? What was that thing?
Well, I also asked them the same question first. Is pe picture ban gayi hai, so why are we doing this? Then I got to know that there's a lot of research that has gone into this show. They've spent a considerable amount of time researching this case. And the interesting part about this show, I would say, is it's not just about what happened there. It's not just about the case. It's about all the politics that happened around the case. Because it was not just a simple case of a man shooting another man because he slept with his wife. It was a lot more than that. There was a reason why the government was interested, the politicians were interested, the press was interested. There was some sort of a religious divide that was happening. The way Ram Jethmalani was introduced into this case, he had no direct stakes in the case. He was not even the active lawyer in the case. Chandu Trivedi was the lawyer, and this guy was the lawyer.
And how much did you actually know about the entire incident before reading the script?
I was aware about the case. I haven't
Yeah.
मैंने picture नहीं देखी,
Yeah,
Rustom
yeah.
नहीं देखी मैंने, so
Okay,
I don't know.
yeah. And Angad sir, just tell us a bit about your role and your performance, because an intense lawyer, literally going and barging into the court, charging a woman and everything. How did you prepare about this thing, and how did you get into the skin of the character?
Somebody else was on
Yeah.
board, and I think something transpired, and then
Yeah.
how I got the part. And very unlike me to play a part like this, I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
One, because it's not even close to my personality to be. Yeah, मैं बहुत मजाकिया बंदा हूँ. I like to have a good time. Like for me to person stand in courtroom and memorize 6-page monologues and all, it's a bit tough. I was given enough leeway by Shashank sir, and we discussed it with Subhash sir. He said, if you want to take it your way, write it for me. And I was given that they let me write my closing argument for Karl Kandala.
So how excited are you to play a cricketer in the Zoya Factor?
It's the first time I'm playing on
Yeah.
70mm, and I felt that it's beautiful because it's a great relationship between two guys, me and Dulquer Salmaan.
And how attached were you to cricket as a sport during your childhood? I mean, was
Very-
that your
I
favorite
still
sport?
am.
Yeah.
I love the game. I love watching it more than playing it, I'll be very honest. So I'm a bit of a traditionalist as that way is concerned. I enjoy T20 and I enjoy Test cricket. I don't really enjoy 50 overs.
Yeah. And somebody who's very close to you as a friend, Yuvraj Singh, he's the one who has done it six times in an over.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was. I think we must have definitely seen that match live. So what
I
did you
saw
tell him?
I've seen many innings of his live.
Yeah.
But for me, the most valuable knock that he played was in 2011 against Australia.
Yeah.
I happened to watch that game, and then I saw the final, but he was 21 not out. I still remember that.
It's been a pleasure talking to all of you for this one, and I really wish that this project becomes really fruitful for all of you, and this results in a lot of success for all of you.
Hi, this is Ellie Avram.
You're watching
The interview of The Verdict, State versus Nanavati on.
IWM Buzz.
If you like this video, then please do like, share, subscribe, and do make a very important note in your calendar. The show is releasing on the 30th of September, and you can watch it on
Alt Balaji and
and on ZEE5 Premium.